Hi, and welcome to Navigating the Now with me, Kir Noel, your intuitive. I've sort of slowly gotten back into it. I was away for 10 days in a gorgeous part of the world, Costa Rica. Highly recommend being around animals, nature, water. Amazing how that helps. Really stabilizes the soul. So today, Navigating the Now is going to we have a big event in this world going on, which I think we all are feeling threatened and economically and physically and spiritually very uncomfortable. We're all feeling that. And how do you navigate that? So I want to say something I don't ever say on my podcast or even on this platform, YouTube. Go to my website, howweheal.site, and sign up for my monthly intuitive training program, which is designed to do in everyone's very busy life and is incredibly reasonably priced at the price of a couple of lattes basically per month. And it's a 1-year process to really activate that inner connection to the knowing part of you and the peaceful part of you. When we're with that part of us that knows where we are, what we're supposed to be doing next, it takes away the fear. It just does. So I haven't said this before, especially on YouTube, and I don't often say it anywhere because most people who want to find this platform to train find it without me advertising or talking about it. But we are in a situation of there's, a band called Dire Straits. I think this is dire straits for all of us. So I invite you to go to that website, howweheal.site. And even if you don't want to sign up and do it, start it, you can write me a contact and you will actually talk to me. I am a medical intuitive. That is my background. That is what I've been doing for the last 40 years in my life professionally. And I also have been in the last 8 or 9 years training people how to activate their own intuitive self. And that interior part of us that knows the next place to take our step, how do we move forward on our path, is a very comforting part of us. For me, it's very comforting to wake up and not worry about the next hour even. I'm staying really much in this moment. That's what navigating the now is all about. It's about staying in the present. When the present gets filled with of enemies and partners that are against our enemies, when that language is part of our culture and the paradigm has shifted back to, a very warlike sentiment. It is a war. There's war everywhere. Navigating my now is about staying in those simple practices I have every day. So and it may not be for everyone, so I invite you to just contact me. So today I want to talk about where are you in your journey in the world. I know a lot of people are checking me out all over the world. You are not alone. Obviously, there's some interest in how do we get through these moments? How do we find that inner balance? I've given so many suggestions over the last 6 months when this began, and I began this process of talking to you and sharing with you when my part of the world got really weird and untrustworthy. So, I want to bring back an interior connection to all the people that listen, that we can find people we can trust and to find the person, my next person, and as a friend, as a confidant, possibly. It comes from my kind of staying in my own energy, knowing what's best for me and letting myself be drawn to that person or place or thing to something that's going to benefit my next moment. And it's not out of greed and trying to capture something. It's about sharing. And I'm here to share that even in these dire straits, we can make incredible choices. Now, I'm going to talk about this really interesting thing, that phenomenon that's going around the world. And I say that because I've been listening to many different kinds of people who I would consider activating their interior, who are in the now, who bring the essence of their own interior voice, their special, I call it your note. They bring that note to the forefront of their lives and they live in it. And a lot of what I've heard are people are now thinking and talking about something I'm not familiar with, but I believe is very much real and possible, this Galactic Council. And the idea of it is very comforting to me, that there are these very superior, highly evolved beings, not on this earth, not blowing themselves up, not destroying their environments, who are really here and guiding us and overseeing us so that we don't destroy ourselves. And it's, of course, hearing this very comforting. And it also goes back to the idea that, art mimics reality. Art and artists and movies, music, literature, the book 1984, the book 2001 the movie 2001 Space Odyssey from the book, that they were foretelling what we would probably be overcoming. AI, here's AI. And I don't think of AI or an outside area of myself as having any power over me because I'm connecting to this person I am and being in control of my choices. And what do I mean by control? I'm not logically and intellectually sitting down and going, I'm going to get this degree and I'm going to make myself this powerful. I want that house. I'm going to have this kind of life. That's not what I mean by control. Control is alignment with my own interior self and in that place, I have great guidance on a moment by moment basis. And I trust that a million times over. I trust that inner guidance in me in every way. And when major things are shifting in the world like they are now, I always go back to that inner guidance and I say, okay, so why don't we listen carefully, Kier? Listen carefully. So navigating mine now today is about, doing the simple practices that I do to keep myself in that alignment. Part of my life that evolves out of that I feel very healthy for my age. You don't probably all know, you can all guess my age. So I'm not in my 40s or 50s. Take it from there. And it's because I'm very connected to this inner note, which has taught me to take care of the vessel of the body. It's also guided me to be here today with you in the middle of this discussion. Just reminds you to go to my website, howweheal.site, and just sign up for the first month subscription. If you can't do it, just sign up and contact me and we'll discuss and I will make it affordable for you wherever you are. But in the knowing part of myself today, I know that you have a short attention span like I do. You have been asked to do more than you can possibly manage. And how do you do that? The thing I've shared with my family, my children in particular, the only valuable information I've given them, and I said, this is the most and only important thing I will ever teach you. You do not have to do anything in life alone. I need to have the connections that create a foundation and a community that support this person I am. I have found that. And that for you is going to look very differently. It's going to be in your field, in your view, in your world. But allow everyday thoughts what I'd like to recommend is just empower that. However you do it, if you decide I'm going to write it down on a piece of paper and look at that every day, I need my community. I need support to get through these issues in my life. Definitely ask for that. And the power of our mind, the thing about our mind is it gives us this incredible capacity to guide this ship of our being. I get information, interior kind of quiet sounds of guidance. How do I activate it? Well, how I activate it is I take this brain, these thoughts, and I create language that opens doors. I open doors with the way I speak. And so I don't speak in fear-based thoughts. I speak in openings. I speak about openings. I speak about the possibility. So I have decided, and this is very new for me, to talk to you about the website I have and the training I have because I had that insight this morning. Although I've been doing training for 8 years, 7 or 8 years, since 2018, approximately 8 years, I have never gone online and talked about it. And I got that guidance this morning and I felt like, wow, how long did it take me to come to that light bulb? And at first I resisted it because I'm like, I don't want to sell it. I don't want to grow a community this way. Can I find another way? And unfortunately, these online platforms are incredibly powerful at making these connections. So no, this is the right way. So regarding today, open the door to asking for your community and the support you need in your life. I'm going to now go into our next phase of this, the comedic part of my show. Intuitive or not, this makes no sense. I'm not talking about anything political. It boggles my mind when I hear people in public forums bring up discombobulated thoughts when we're all sitting on the edge of our seats hoping the world doesn't explode. How about some clear messages? How about someone who can speak in front of a camera, right? You have all the money that we gave you. So change this channel. All right, intuitive or not. That just makes no sense to me. Do you want to look silly and be disrespected more? Keep talking in front of a camera. So today's expanding on intuitive or not, this makes no sense. Right now, my life is in this slightly tension-filled space. I'm going to talk about my personal life. My partner has no children. I do. Children visit. They're not fun to be around, and it was more than 2 weeks, and here we are discussing whether we can live together anymore. I intuitive or not, I have no idea what's gonna happen. I am very clear about my own boundaries. They're not that many. I have very few strong boundaries in my personal life, but there are a few, and they are kinda rock solid, non-negotiables, as I call them. And intuitive or not, I am not in charge of the outcome. I am not, and I'm okay with that. I don't know how I got to this place in my life where at the ripened wisdom age, this is like the I don't know what they call women my age, but there's some words for it. I don't want to participate in that. Not knowing what's going to happen next is almost feels kind of exciting. And I don't want to feel that it's dangerous because I don't think it's dangerous. I feel excited for the possibility of growth. And intuitive or not, it makes no sense for me to worry about the future when I don't have complete at on any level with children, my extended family, my partner, I do not have control over it. So I am not going to worry about it. I'm going to stay in the now, navigating the now. Thank you so much for being here today. Please subscribe to the channel. Please try to watch these videos to the end. I'm very close to being able to maybe monetize this through YouTube's a wonderful platform, and it will pay my expenses. That is my goal. All right. So happy Friday. Have a great weekend and stay safe. Bye.